What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to week 5 of SPS Season 10. This week we're up against Nightmare, whose team is a total nightmare consisting of Iron Valiant, Garchomp, Mega Scissor, Mandibuzz. He sent me out of 2 Mons. I was originally going to get Garchomp, and then I was going to get Mandibuzz, and he sent me out of both of them. And then he took Talonflame. Well, I wasn't going to get Talonflame, but I was looking at mons that could click Defog, and I really did not like Togekiss on this team. But yeah, anyways, so he sent me twice, and then earlier this week, he's like, "Is there any chance you would give me Bellybolt?" I'm like, "Fuck no, Bellybolt is like my MVP." And I also really want to use Bellybolt against him because Bellybolt is really good into all of the mons except for Garchomp, which I can either Toxic or like Muddy Water chip it. But yeah, my other move is I'm running Thunderbolt and Slack Off on the Bellybolt. My next mon, Mega Delphox. I decided to bring Mega Delphox because I guess why wouldn't I? I mean, it's really good into Scissor, and then if I can chip down Slowking, that's good. And I actually had a pretty decent way to get around the Slowking, as well as like chipping down Mandibuzz if that's possible, as well as it beats Glim. If it's not Sash, it outspeeds Superior, which is nice. Just speeding everything is just a nice thing in this matchup. And then we have our Palafin, which is running Jet Punch, Throat Chop, Ice Punch, and Bulk Up. So kind of a typical set, but it's not very strong, and to be honest, I wasn't really confident with the Palafin set going into this game, but it felt like I had to bring Palafin, but at the same time, I kind of didn't want to bring Palafin. I didn't really, like, into, like, Slowking, and then, like, Rough Skin Chomp, Superior, like, Mandibuzz kind of beats it in a way, Valve's faster, Scissor kind of walls it for a bit. I kind of figured I'd probably get, like, Toxic Poisoned or something, or, like, Scald Burned. But yeah, that's the Palafin. Our Sneasler is running Power Herb Dig for Glimora. For whatever reason, I was really scared of Glim and Prep. I just did not want to deal with the T-Spikes and, like, the Hazard setting because my removal is complete buns. Like, I do not like Serena and Togekiss's removal when I have a fucking Mega Delphox on my team, so that's something I probably should have considered. Although, to be fair, like, I was one pick away from getting Mandibuzz, and then he took Mandibuzz from me. So, yeah, Togekiss is what I was stuck with. And speaking of Togekiss, I was almost gonna bring it this week, and then I decided not to. So, still no Togekiss. Togekiss would have debuted week 1, but I just haven't found a matchup where I want to bring it. Because instead I opted to bring Serena because if I couldn't bring Tinkaton to the game, if I couldn't slot Tinkaton because I needed to bring, like, Bellybolt, and I felt like Palafin and Delphox were, like, almost necessary brings, but I didn't like that I had to do that. I couldn't really slot I couldn't slot Tinkaton, so I opted to go Serena, and the reason why I went Serena is both for Rapid Spin and I ran Protective Pads. It also has good coverage into his team, other than hitting Scissor, but I can potentially take hits from Superior because I was low-key a little bit scared of Superior if it was like a Glare set with like Glare, Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse or something, which I suppose he couldn't do that. Actually, no, that wasn't what I was scared of. The reason I went Serena is because it was a Grass type into Serp, because Serp into Togekiss, I kind of figured I get, like, glared, and then it would be, like, sub-leech. And I figured at some point, like, Togekiss was just not going to be superior in, like, the long term. So I opted to just go Serena, running Power Whip, Rapid Spin, Triple Axle, and Synthesis. And then our last mon is Ursaluna Blood Moon, running Blood Moon, Earth Power, Calm Mind, and Moonlight. I'm also running Chople Berry so I can tank a close combat from IVal and just kill it with a Blood Moon. And if I have a Calm Mind up, then I can just kill it with Earth Power as well. And I think the thing with Ursaluna is if I can bring it in on like a Scissor, on the Scissor, or if I can get it in on like Garchomp or Glamora or something like that, I can easily get up a couple Calm Minds, and if he goes into like Slowking, I can kind of just Calm Mind on it, and then like Moonlight every couple turns until like potentially he has to like recover after I like Earth Power him, or like he switches out and tries to do something else. I don't know. But I had a feeling that Ursaluna was going to put in a lot of work this week, so let's see what happens. Just going to make sure... Okay, that's the game. So let me switch my scene to the replay. What? I don't know why it was like way over there. Let me like center that a little bit better. Cool. So on his side, he brings IVal, Garchomp, Mandibuzz, Slowking, Serperior, and Mega Scissor. And I brought my squad. Let me turn off the sound really quick. So I decide for some reason to just lead with Delphox because I can get off my Mega Evolution and then also like status something immediately. He decides to just click Toxic with Mandibuzz too, which I kind of thought was like best case scenario. And I was considering the fact that he might Toxic again, but I also figured he might just U-turn or knock off, and I figured it's fine if he knocks off my Helmet. The only reason I ran Helmet on Bellibolt is because I was basically expecting it to get knocked off like as soon as possible, but in the case that they don't knock off like immediately, then I figured that's fine. He's gonna miss Draco Meteor as I Blood Moon, and it does a good 20%. Honestly, very good. He's gonna go into Serperior here as I Moonlight. I don't know why I clicked Moonlight there. I think I might have misclicked, to be honest, but to be fair, I didn't really have a better click into the Serperior. I guess I could have Calm Minded and then just killed it outright because Leaf Storm wouldn't have knocked me out. And I could have just Blood Mooned and killed it, unless it was like Sash, but I don't think it's Sash Serp. Anyways, Triple Axle does a good chunk of damage. And then he's going to bring in Scissor on my Petal Blizzard. For whatever reason, I just want to knock out the Serp, but in all honesty, I probably should have just Rapid Spin there. He's going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to Rapid Spin now, and he's going to get off the knockoff, knocking off my protective pads. I'm going to bring in the Oracle, the Bellibolt. I'm going to get a Static Para, thankfully, then miss Muddy Water. So we're just kind of missing moves left and right, but I think so far I've been a little bit luckier than him, because I think he's missed a Leaf Storm, and he missed a Draco Meteor, which really sucked. Flamethrower doesn't knock me out, surprisingly, but the funny thing is Rapid Spin knocks me out, so I don't get to get rid of the rocks. If this was a Champions metagame, like, the rocks would have been gone, because they changed Rapid Spin and Knockoff so that, like, their effect still goes through, even if they get killed by, like, Rough Skin, Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet, or whatever. Well, I don't know about Rocky Helmet, but Rough Skin and Iron Barbs definitely don't kill. They don't block, like, Rapid Spin Knockoff. So those rocks could have been gone, but unfortunately, I have to deal with them. Slowking's gonna come in. Close Combat is gonna come off. I don't get the Poison, so even though I'm Power Herb Dig, I'm still Poison Touch because I had no reason to run Unburden this week. Unless it was for, like, IVal, but I figured I'd be pivoting around more with my Sneasler. He's gonna Psychic me, which does quite a lot, to be honest. And then I'm gonna go into Bellibolt. So he actually reads me correctly, and he gets in his Garchomp. I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm gonna bring in Delphox on his Earth Power. So I predict him correctly there. Very cool that he's running like Special Chomp this week because Bellibolt is very Fizz Def, and so is like Ursaluna, and Ursaluna is not very especially defensive. Flamethrower is not going to do too much to Mandibuzz, but he clicks U-turn for whatever reason. At this point, Delphox is low enough to where it's like, it's really not worth sacking anything else into Val. So I'm going to bring in my Sneasler. Garchomp is going to come in on the Dire Claw. That did a lot of damage, actually. But close combat's going to be enough to knock him out. If Glim didn't come, like, this would have been protective pads too, so I could have had a more healthy Sneasler, but it's fine. It's the game that we have to prep for. Like, you gotta prep for things even if they are likely to not come. Unfortunately, he Scald Burns me. I suppose it doesn't matter too much because he's also Clover Berry, and I kind of did nothing with Throat Chop there. And then he's gonna switch into Slowking, and then I Jet Punch him, but yeah, I wasn't able to, like, preserve my Palafin at that point because the burn kind of took me below, like, Rock's Chip. But it allowed me to get in Belly Bolt, which was nice. And I was able to slack off because basically now that Chomp is dead, Belly Bolt is looking very good here, and especially since Serp is very low too, Belly Bolt just kind of sits here and wins. But I don't want to get toxic by the Mandibuzz. I figured he would probably roost there, but I could not let my Belly Bolt get toxic. So at this point, he misses a toxic on his own. And he's going to get off a toxic on my Calm Mind. Blood Moon is going to knock out Mandibuzz. Now he's going to bring in Superior, which doesn't kill me with Leaf Storm, but he fucking misses anyways, and Earth Power is enough to knock him out. Close Combat isn't going to kill me because I'm Chople Berry. That did a lot of damage though. I didn't calc this, but this might be like Adamant Val? To be fair though, I'm pretty sure my speed tiers are really like wacky. I don't think I have any Mons between the Sneasler and the Palafin, so for all I know this probably is just Adamant Val. Yeah, he can actually be Adamant here because 331 is a lot faster than my max speed Palafin. Yeah. Blood Moon knocks him out. That crit did not matter at all. So Ursaluna, a ground normal type, beat a dark flying type almost from full. It beat the pure grass type with special damage and Leaf Storm, a 130 base power move, and it beat the best mon in the format and tanked a close combat. You'd only see this on this channel because only Ursaluna Blood Moon, drafted by me, could evade a fucking Leaf Storm and a Toxic. Maybe he should change his name to, like, Unfortunate, because we missed 2 Leaf Storms. We missed, I think, did we miss 2? No, we landed 2 of the 3 Toxics. And then we also missed Draco Meteor. And I'd say, like, the only luck he had on his side was, like, getting the Scald Burn first try, which really didn't matter. And I suppose at this point, Sneasler didn't activate Poison Touch or Unburden. I didn't activate Poison Touch or whatever Dire Claw yet. So I'm gonna bring in my Sneasler. I kind of figured at this point that Belly Bolt just kind of wins, but I kind of wanted to just chip down the Scissor regardless. Fire Punch isn't going to do much of Slowking. He's going to get the Scald off. I don't get burned. Dire Claw is going to do a bit, and I finally get the Poison. I don't know if it was from Poison Touch. I think it must have been from Dire Claw, because I think, doesn't it say that Poison Touch activates? Or am I just thinking, is that just how Toxic Chain works? I don't remember. But I'm going to get off a T-Bolt, then Scissor comes in, and he just forfeits. For some reason, I don't really know why we didn't just, like, click out the last move, but yeah, it was a really unfortunate game. I didn't really realize, like, how lucky I was until, like, re-watching this. Cause yeah, we really missed a lot of moves on the other side, but to be fair, that was kind of out of my control. So I don't really feel, like, bad. I'd feel bad if it was me, like, clicking T-Bolt and then, like, paralyzing, like, more than 2 of his Pokemon. Well, maybe 2 or more, because I personally hate getting, like, T-Bolt parried, but Yeah, I did get lucky with the static para, but that's just kind of how static works, and I don't think the scissor set was gonna beat Valuable regardless, so, um, yeah, and then also the champions mechanics aren't in play when, hopefully we'll find a way we can get them to activate in, like, a NatDex format, because I would have liked to have, like, buff Trop Kick Serena and, like, Rapid Spin, not Rapid Spin being, like, an actual safe flick. And I guess he also Scald Burned me, but it's whatever. But yeah, GG's to Nightmare. I feel bad that the game really didn't work out for you. Like, I definitely should not have won this, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But next week, who are we playing next week? I am playing Skyhops, who has a good team, I think, because I think he's performing pretty well. Oh no, we're 2-2 -5. What? I feel like I've seen him win a lot, but I suppose not. Where are the rosters? Okay, Skyhops has Dragapult, Galarian Slowking, Greninja, Thundurus, Clef, Bisharp, Moltres, Ditto, and Mega Excadrill. That's a pretty solid team. Lots of threats. And then, like, Ditto kind of stops setup too. I'm also potentially considering some trades, but it's mostly just going to be, like, Togekiss or Roarus. Everyone else on this team, I think, has its place. I definitely don't want to get rid of, like, Tinkaton, although, like, Tinkaton and Obstagoon are definitely, like, the low-ball players of this team, but I have not found a use for Togekiss yet. Or Aurorus, but Aurorus is just there because it's a 1-point mon, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys then.